Greetings to South Africans, comrades and compatriots, good afternoon. I would like to talk about councillors and their municipalities. This morning I listened to Mrs. Helen Zille. She was on point, I heard her. The reason why I want to talk about municipalities is that it is very important that a councillor, when he or she takes her office, to understand his or her duties. They must just forget about the manifestos. The manifestos are just about election campaign. Now that they have taken office, they must have a blueprint document that guides them as to how to run municipalities successfully. The duty of a councillor is to make sure that he provides services for the people of his ward. They must be coming from different parties, but the mandate is to make sure that all those people receive the services that they require. The master plan is very important. The most important thing about municipalities is to use the funds adequately. How to do that? If you get the funds from the government, make sure that those funds are channeled to their required duties, to do what they are required to do. The reason why Cape Town is successful is because the people that stay in Cape Town are paying their rates and taxes, their water and electricity bills within the areas, the suburbs of Cape Town. If you look at areas such as Khayelitsha and others, you will find that those people are not paying for those rates and taxes, electricity and water bills. That results in scarcity of services. We must understand, for us to get services, we must pay. Now the plan is that the councillors must always be in contact with the people in their wards. They must motivate those people to pay rates and taxes, to pay for electricity and water. Because if these people go out of the streets to mobilize, fight, block with tire fires, all this kind of protests, that does not bring services. We need to make sure that we encourage people within their dwellings to pay for their services. We must negotiate at least for the payment, even if it's the minimum payment, so that the services can be provided. Through the same meetings that we have when we campaign, we can then negotiate for minimum payments. The more the councillors raise funds for their wards, the better is the service. That's all that Helen Zille said. And that's all that President Cyril Ramaphosa said. When we say that the door is open for councillors to leave their councils, he meant that the ballot paper will decide if the councillor is in or out, because the votes are the decision makers. That's what Helen Zille said as well. He needs a majority vote to run a successful city. And that is what's going to occur in the 2026 elections. People will be flocking to vote for DA to better the city of Johannesburg. It is very important that we do the right thing. We correct our act. We master our plan. We have a blueprint to run successful municipalities. And we put the right people for those council positions. This is not a political patriarchy. This is a job to service the people of our country. The time to do that is now, to serve the nation. The municipalities are falling apart. DA is not running a racism card, but is serving the people of their municipalities, those who are paying rates and taxes, those who are paying water and electricity bills. So we must motivate people in our townships to start paying. They must start paying minimum payments so that we can see improvement in these municipalities. We cannot afford this. When we put councillors, we must coach, guide them, and educate them. This job is very important, and it needs skilled and talented people. South Africans, come 2026, I will vote for MK Party because it must be given a chance. The chance is 2026 local elections. Let our comrades run successful municipalities. Stay away from the tender system. It has escalated corruption. Corruption, mismanagement of funds occurred as a result of tender system. That is why people just want to get tenders so that they can corrupt them, and we end up with poor services. South Africans, the time to rise is now. I submit.